The 94-year-old woman and her hairstylist had been friends for 20 years. Such good friends, in fact, that when the Tucson, Arizona woman's husband died in 2011, hairstylist Supranam Addy Kloss was given power of attorney, according to the Arizona Attorney General's office. But then, in 2014, money started to disappear from the 94-year-old's life savings. Eventually nearly all of the woman's savings, some $300,000, had vanished, prosecutors said. And it was Kloss who was stealing it. It took Kloss only months to gamble away nearly all of her friend and client's life savings, Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich said. Sign up today for a free 30-day free trial of unlimited digital access. And it took an Arizona jury only about 2 hours to find Kloss guilty, convicting the hairstylist on 1 count of fraudulent schemes, 3 counts of theft, 1 count of fraudulent use of a credit card, and 1 count of unlawful use of power of attorney. Brnovich described the 94-year-old as a vulnerable adult with dementia. What Kloss didn't spend on gambling, she spent on dental implants and a new car, according to the Attorney General. Kloss was taken into custody after the verdict, the Attorney General said. She will be sentenced to a minimum of 4 years in prison. 1 in 6 vulnerable adults is victimized to such an extent that he or she loses a third or more of his or her assets, according to the Arizona Attorney General. Emotional damage from being the victim of those crimes can shave as much as 3 years off a victim's life. Fraud and exploitation victimizing seniors is an expensive and expanding problem. Financial fraud targeting older Americans is a growing epidemic that costs seniors an estimated $2.9 billion annually, Sen. Susan Collins, Army, chair of the Senate Aging Committee, said earlier this year as she introduced a bipartisan bill to protect seniors from fraud. Law enforcement became involved in the Arizona case when the woman's bank noticed large sums of money withdrawn from the 94-year-old's savings account, prosecutors said. Hundreds of thousands of older Americans fall victim to fraud, financial scams, and abuse each year, according to Collins.